Hello students, welcome back again. Now we have finished the topic of wool. Okay, we have finished the topic of wool. In that we have seen how shearing, scouring, sorting, cleaning of birds, how dyeing and rolling into yarn is done. So all processes we have completed now, right? Now the next topic is life history of silk moth. Let us have a look at life history of silk moth. You can see clearly the diagram of different stages which a silk moth shows during its lifespan. उसके पूरे जीवन काल में या फिर लाइफ स्पैन में जितने स्टेजेस एक सिल्क मॉथ का मतलब बटरफ्लाई, a silk moth shows, then it is called as a life history. So the stages we have to study now. First of all, this is the male silk moth and female silk moth. Basic difference between male and female is in size. Okay, female silk moth are little bit larger in size as compared to the male silk moth. Okay, now we have to study the life history of silk moth. Why we are studying the life history of silk moth? Because silk moth in one of the stage of its life history produces a fiber. That thread is called as silk, and silk is very soft and used for making fabric, costly also, and used for making fabrics. So in agriculture there is a special division that is called as sericulture. Okay, in agriculture there is a special division of science that is called as sericulture. Sericulture is what? The rearing of silkworm. Silkworm को rear करना. Okay, for obtaining silk on commercial scale, not a small number of thread, we need large number of thread, and for that we need rearing of silkworm on a commercial scale. बड़े पैमाने पर हमको करना पड़ेगा rearing, then we can call it as sericulture. Okay, so let us study now the life cycles. This is male, female. Now what female silk moth does? Female silk moth lays eggs on the mulberry leaves. So for a sericulture to be present, for a branch of sericulture to be present in your farms, you need to have mulberry leaves. There is a huge need to have mulberry leaves. Without mulberry leaves, silkworm cannot grow. Although there are different varieties of silk which I will tell you, but let me tell you this also, that India is one of the largest silk producing country. Okay, it is ranked in one of the largest silk producing countries. It has been practiced in India from ancient times and still also going on. Okay, lot of economy, lot of workers, lot of laborers are dependent on the branch that is sericulture. So it is a huge important portion of our Indian economy. Okay, so mulberry leaves. For that we need to have mulberry plants in our farm. Okay, mulberry plants in our farm if we have, then only we can have the eggs. Okay, so what a female silk moth does? It lays eggs. As you can see here, the eggs are laid on the mulberry leaves. When the eggs hatch out, the next stage out of the eggs, okay, the next stage is there. Now we will write here sequence. Egg hatches out. Okay, egg hatches out to form silkworm, that is larva. Egg converts into larva. Larva is nothing but silkworm. Then this silkworm feed voraciously, feed continuously. What it feeds, क्या खाएगा इसके अंदर, ठीक है? What is the food or what is the priority of silkworm here? The priority of silkworm here is chopped fine leaf of mulberry leaf itself. The mulberry leaves, we need to chop it and provide it to the worms or just release them on the trees. So they will eat up even the whole tree. Okay, that much capacity the silkworm is having. They are voracious eaters, means they continuously eat for some days, and suddenly after some days the eating process is stopped, and then it starts spinning a thread around itself. Okay, and then the next stage is pupa. Okay, after silkworm, when it stops feeding, then it gets covers himself inside. Okay, and here you can see the inside of an cocoon, okay, or the thread is called as pupa. So from larva here to pupa, this pupa breaks the cocoon and comes out to form again the adult. So in this way stages are there: egg to larva, pupa and adult. See here, this silkworm eats continuously, then starts spinning. Okay, then it starts spinning a thread. That thread, what is that thread called as? That thread is silk. How it is formed? First of all, the silkworm, its saliva contains a protein which when comes in contact with air converted into silk. So the protein is secreted by the saliva of the silkworm, and that protein, when it comes out of the mouth, it gets converted into silk, a thread. And how it spins? In the form of a 8. You know how the structure of 8 is? For example, in this form. So it starts spinning, rotating its head in the form of an 8. It starts rotating its head in the form of an 8, so that the cocoon gets completed. Cocoon is a structure which is full of thread, and inside is an organism called as pupa. This pupa will stay there, will stay inside, get the nutrition, get the favorable temperature, and then it will completely grow into an adult, and the same life process will be again continued. Getting it? So this is about the life history of the silk moth. Again I will tell, eggs hatch into silkworm. Silkworm needs to eat, so silkworm feeds on the mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves, then as the silkworm is feeding on the mulberry leaves, after some time it stops feeding and covers itself around a thread in the form of 8. It starts spinning the thread. Okay, the saliva thread is nothing but a protein which when comes in contact with the air gets converted into silk, and that silk, inside the silk, pupa is there, and the pupa hatches to come out and emerge as an adult. Okay, so in this way a silkworm completes its life history. Now one thing we have to remember here, that what are the I will write eggs here. Okay, we will remember here how many types of species are there of silkworm. This one that we are discussing about is a mulberry silkworm. The silk produced is mulberry silk. Then there are some other varieties which are found in forest, that is tussar, muga, eri. These are some examples: mulberry silk, tussar silk, muga silk, eri silk. These are some examples of the type of silk moths and the type of silk which is produced. Okay, some silk are having different colors, like tussar silk is bright yellow, so it is having high demand for making saris and some cloths also. And this silk, mulberry silk, is of good quality. Most of the silk is mulberry silk. And what is the name? What is the name of this, scientific name of this silk moth which feeds on mulberry? The scientific name of the silk moth which feeds on mulberry is, here I will write, Bombyx mori. Okay, Bombyx mori is the scientific name of the silk moth which is going to produce mulberry silk. So this is about silkworm and its life history. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask in the interactive session about the silkworms. In the next class we shall be discussing about the process, that चलो ठीक है, अब हमको ये तो पता चल गया कि प्यूपा क्या है, बट सिल्क कैसे निकाले and how to send it to the factory, how to process it. That processing unit is remained, and that processing unit we will have in the next video. All right, hope you have understood the topic. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you.